Hey everybody, it's Dina Rica with the Creativity Cave, and I have a beautiful set of cards and a pretty box that we're going to put them in to share with you today. So this features one of our celebration items this year. It is a stamp set that is just stunning called Lasting Lily. You can see it's a two-step stamp, so you can see the stem and leaves are separate from the flower. And there's two sizes of lilies, and then there's a bunch of sentiments that go with it that are very beautiful. I've combined that with the Butterfly Gala, which is for sure my favorite set out of the holiday catalog, for some of the sentiments that are in the stamp set. I love the sentiments that come with this set. So we're not going to use the butterflies, just the sentiments. Now, to put this together, it's actually very easy. What I have done is gone ahead and embossed a panel of Petal Pink cardstock with this new embossing folder. And actually, I'm so embarrassed, I don't even remember the name of it. So let me pull out, my catalog. I don't have my catalog next to me, darn it. I'll put it in my blog post so that you can find it. And of course, all the supplies that I use are going to be linked right below in the description of this video, so you can check that out. But it's something about lace, I think. I can't remember. I don't have everything memorized yet, which is kind of bugging me. But suffice to say, it's gorgeous. So let me show you how I'm going to make this. So like I said, I've embossed this panel. Let me set these aside. And then I'm just going to fold my card base. So I've started with a half a sheet of Petal Pink. Then this embossed piece is 4 3/8. No, 4 1/8. No, 4 1/8. Sorry. 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. Final answer. See, this is why I don't often save the dimensions, because I get tongue twisted. I will, however, have the dimensions listed for you in the description of this video as well. So if you just click below there, you can see that. So it's really pretty, by the way. This folder looks kind of different depending on which side you choose. So I love how beautiful it is. It adds a really fancy touch to the card. So I just adhered that to my card base like so. Then I've got a piece of cardstock that I believe is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And again, I'll put those dimensions in here so I'm accurate with them for you. But on here, we're going to do a little stamping. So to start with, I'm going to grab some scrap paper just to protect my work surface while I stamp. And I've got my stamp set mounted here, and I'm going to be using Petal Pink and Pear Pizzazz. Now, when you stamp, this is one of our distinctive stamps. And if you have a real juicy ink pad, I've got some tips for getting a good impression with this stamp set. So first of all, I'm just going to tap it on here. I'm not going to gush it in my stamp. I'm just going to tap it kind of normal. And then I will put this up here like so. And look at how beautiful that is. Look at the detail. Isn't that amazing? It's so beautiful, subtle but beautiful. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm going to do the stem and a leaf. And these are really easy to use. So we'll just do the stem on there in Pear Pizzazz. And then this leaf is really pretty. Put right like that. Oh, it's just beautiful. Now I've got lots of different sentiments to choose from, but I'm going to go with a sympathy because that is part of this stamp set, but it's also one of those things where it's nice to have some of those cards on hand for when you need them. All right, so I'm just going to stamp the width sympathy up high enough so I can add some beautiful ribbon to this card. I stamp that in black ink. Now what I'm going to do, and then I'm also going to stamp an envelope to coordinate, because of course a coordinating envelope is gorgeous. So we'll do one more of these. Now one of the things I wanted to mention is if you have trouble getting a good image from these distinctive stamp sets, one tip that I have for you is to take your ink pad, and you can use anything, but I actually like a plastic spoon. And I'm just going to rub on the surface of my ink pad. You're not wasting ink or anything. You're just kind of getting some of that ink off the surface of your ink pad. It will color your spoon just a little bit. You can just clean it off. I use my scrub, my Stampin' Chamois to clean it off. It works real easy. But that will work the ink into the ink pad a little bit so it's not right on the surface, and then you'll get a much better impression. It's amazing how well that works, by the way, you guys. Okay, so now I've got my coordinating envelope, which looks fantastic, and I am going to finish up my card. Now for this, I'm going to take some of our new variegated ribbon. This is so beautiful. It comes in this pretty petal pink color. There's some printed papers that it actually coordinates with that are very pretty. So I'm just going to take a little slice of this and tie a knot with my ribbon. And then we'll adhere this to our card popped up. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'll just trim that a little bit. I do love this ribbon. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, now we're going to pop this whole layer up onto our card with some dimensionals, because everything's better popped up. I mean, for sure. And I think that this would make such a nice gift for somebody, or of course, something you could just keep to have on hand as well. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it's really simple, but so pretty. Now, in just a few minutes, I made up 5 of these cards, so they really came together pretty simply. You can see on a couple of them, I used the petal pink and white baker's twine, and then I used the ribbon on the others. So now I'm going to take those cards and place them into one of our clear acetate boxes. You can see I've already got some envelopes in here. And I add these cards to the box. I want to add a little decoration just to make my box nice and fancy, because you know everything's better when it's fancy, right? Okay, so I've got my box closed up. Oh goodness, I'm catching my card. There we go. Okay, so I've got my cards in my box. So pretty. And actually, this looks beautiful just as it is. But of course, we're going to decorate it and make it even better. So I'll take, and I've already cut myself a 2 by 11 inch piece of cardstock. I have embossed the 2 halves, and you do see a little bit of a line, but I was pretty impressed with how nicely that embossing folder kind of lined up everything. And I'm going to take and just wrap this around my card acetate box, and then I'll adhere this in the back. Okay. And so that works out lovely. And look at, I mean, it even lines up nice on the back. So awesome. Okay, now what we'll do is, of course, we want to jazz this up a little bit. So I've stamped the coordinating stamps that I've been using. I actually used the other end of my leaf. So when I stamped it like this, but then I flipped it around so I could have the leaf kind of pointing off in this direction to fit my circle. So this is a 2 1/4 inch circle that I've punched. And then I also have a starburst punch just to kind of add a little something to it. This is punched out of vellum. So I'll just add this kind of just offset slightly. Okay. Then I've cut another length of this beautiful ribbon, and we'll do a little zigzag behind our circles. So pretty. Like that. Now to attach these, I'm going to run some fast fuse like so. We're going to pop this up on top, so that's not the only thing that will hold it down. But that looks great. And then I'm going to actually do a bow. And we're going to do a really big bow out of this baker's twine. I think it almost looks weird because the bow is so big. But what we want is that bow to just kind of fit like that. Then we'll put this right over the top. So pretty. So it just kind of combines everything together. All right. And we can literally just glue dot this on. And then our dimensionals will kind of hold it in as well. Okay, so I've got that adhered like so. And then we'll pop this over the top. And that is our card. Isn't that amazing? Or our card box. I love how beautiful these projects are, but how easy they were to create. Of course, that's always awesome. When things are easy, it just makes me happy. But the stamp set is so stunning. Now, it's a level 2 celebration set, which means it is free when you spend at least $100. And of course, when you order through my online store, you can take advantage of this awesome freebie, as well as my VIP rewards program. I'd love to invite you to be a part of that, so make sure you check it out. All those details are on my blog. There's a link right below in this description of this video. So I hope you loved my cards and this beautiful box today. Thank you so much for stamping with me, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye, guys.